Hello, Leo, and welcome to your June 2023 reading. So, I've meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the King of Cups. So, right away, we're talking about emotional intelligence, being grounded emotionally, the wisdom, with emotional wisdom, and so on. So, okay, we're starting with this. Then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Fool in reverse. Now, when we have cards in reverse, it's either the energy is blocked, it's there but it's blocked, it's going away, or it's the opposite of it. And that always depends on what is around it, the context, what will clarify it. But in this case, there's this, if the Ten of Swords would be finally releasing the 10 swords, of course we will need an Ace of Sword after to kind of, once we know what is not true, in order to really release those swords, we need to have a new truth. And that new truth would allow us to have faith and to start in that zero, but is in reverse also. So if we haven't quite faced our 10 of swords, that means like the moment where we realize that they are lies and that it's over now because we cannot do the same way like we used to do and expect different outcomes because we're conscious of exactly the outcome of each one of these ways of thinking, patterns, beliefs, and so on that have to do with the sword. And here the Fool, if we haven't really faced our 10 of swords, then this would be really being a fool, jumping into something with exactly the same pattern and expecting something else. So this we'll see. I think it's going to be, of course, different for all of you because this is a general reading, but it really speaks of I think turning this around for your best outcome. Then we have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacle in reverse. All right. So, Ace of Wands, there's our new beginning, our new passion, our new fire. And the Page of Pentacle, well, that would be putting a new seed in and so on, but he's in reverse, so something is preventing it. Let's look at what that is. So we have our King of Cups, but under it we have the Eight of Swords and we have the Chariot in reverse. Well, there's another stop right there. Here we're digging our heels in the same muddy place because we're in the yes but we're not sure of our alignment. We're either sabotaging ourselves from our shadow and our light are not going in the same direction. Our mind is not mastered, is not balanced, or maybe the aspiration is not clear, but there is something that is preventing our movement forward here. So you might be very conscious of what is stopping you at the beginning of the month here. You feel it and you're in your head about it. That's why you need to hit your 10 of Swords. Under that 10 of Swords and Fool, which would actually a bit like, the race horses allow that chariot to move forward, we do have the Knight of Wands. So you will have this impatient, I want to do something, whatever, I'm ready to jump, even if I haven't solved the why it didn't work before. You will feel that kind of drive within you, my beautiful Leos. But here we have the High Priestess in reverse. The insight you would need to make things different this way. Hearing what your soul is telling you or trying to make you understand in this situation, or maybe why things are stopped for now, you will have a hard time hearing. So it's going to be a bit of that inner combat. Under this, we have this, which is another hold on to your horses kind of thing. It's the Hangman. And this is really asking to, of course, look at things from a different angle, to get that illumination, that understanding, but also to sacrifice what was wrong, what went wrong, whether it was a belief or anything else, but we need to let it go. We need to sacrifice it. We need to release it completely. And under that, I have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands in reverse. There's another stagnation card. We're not in the movements of making inspired, divinely inspired moves. 8 of Wands, arrows of love or whatever. But they are divinely inspired from our higher self. In reverse, it's like there's a break on your want to do something because you need to release. There's 2 cycles here, swords and wands. There needs to be a release of baggage and lies. So, because a cycle needs to be finished before you add on to your next stage in life. So let's look at this. And if you're wondering I'm waiting for a project to start, I'm waiting for a, whatever here so that pentacle can be planted. Where's my job? Where's my project? Where's my whatever solid thing I wanted to start? I'm all passionate about it. I can see it. This is going to feed a lot of new energy. But there's a big break by the universe. Why? This is why. Okay? So let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of June 2023. June 2023. Okay, King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups there? Okay. Here's our 10 of Wands. I think emotionally, you're at an end of a cycle. Behind it, I have the 9 of Wands in reverse. And here is the 2 of Cups in reverse. For some of you, it could be having to do with partnerships. But this is the mirrors in our lives. And here you're carrying a lot of baggage from mirrors in your life. Let's look at the 9 of Swords. What puts you in your head here? What puts you in your head? Queen of Wands in reverse. And here I have a Tower with the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles, that's your whole cycle of Pentacles. So that means something that has been there for a long time. That can be your enterprise, your career, your family, any long cycle of prosperity of something you invested in and that kind of gave and gave and gave. There's a Tower in reverse. So that means either being witness or seeing something that maybe not as drastic as a whole tower, but that's when the divine sends something to readjust it. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, wands, that's a fire. That's you. When the Queen of Wands is in reverse, there needs to be a kind of realignment of what do I really want? What do I really want? And maybe that's the yes, but. What is it really that I want? And it has to do with the family. Family, enterprise, whatever. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, with what I've built until now. Chariot. We have 3 of Cups and the Empress. Now, the Chariot is our movement forward. Okay, it's a card of success, but it's a card of success when we're aligned and nothing is counterindicating within ourselves. Here we have the Empress, 3 of Cups, celebration of life, unconditional love and abundance, and all of that. But the Chariot is in reverse. Like if it's, I want to align myself to this, but I'm in my head. Because part of me, maybe I don't know if I really want it. Maybe I'm blinded by something. I'm carrying stuff. Let's look at your Fool and 10 of Swords. I'm juggling. And here is the 5 of Cups with the Hermit in reverse. So there's a big lack of wisdom. Because although you know it emotionally, you're blinded by your baggage and your beliefs that are based on old sadnesses. You're carrying your old sadnesses, and that makes you juggle. That makes you dance. 3 steps forward, let's say towards the Empress's, Venus's energies. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. I'm juggling here. I'm not really following my inner light. And if I'm not following my inner light, then that means that the Fool is really jumping without having understood, mastered the past distortions. Therefore, he's going to bring them into the next one. The past sorrows, the past, yes, buts, that whatever beliefs that get stuck in his head. And we are in, we're having the full moon in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign associated in the house of beliefs. So it's that sword fire unification here. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. So you might have hands in your pants, Leo. Justice is in reverse. And we have the 9 of Swords. Of course, we cannot jump into something and to our next cycle, planting a new seed, if our reference to Venus, to justice, or the Empress, they're both ruled by Venus, is unbalanced and a source of anxiety. It's like if it's it's a source of anxiety, a source of stress, and your fiery side just wants to do something, act, like, let's just do whatever, but there's something unfair, and I just want to act upon it. But every card of whoa, break, we're putting a break. We want you to understand something before putting your sentence or whatever, because there's something that is disbalanced. Let's look at what does your soul trying to tell you. What is the soul trying to tell you is that you're juggling. So that means that there's a disbalance. See, it's supposed to be like that for the eternity symbol to be straight. There's too much baggage in your water. You're trying to put together two things that do not go together. You cannot be the Empress and have justice in reverse and get away with it. It doesn't work. It cannot be I'm jumping, but I'm not following my wisdom. Then it's not a leap of faith. It's just like, I hope so, it's gung-ho, and we're going to fall on our face. And it's like there's that new Ace of Pentacles, but it's inaccessible the way things are. So it's almost like you cannot get into the next cycle until you finish the last one, until you understand what was the lesson of the last one. And I think this month you're going to juggle between this. Let's look at that Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So anyway, we have the Sun in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's no startup. It's not starting. The Sun, that can be you in your expansion, Leo expansion. You're ruled by the Sun, but now it's in reverse. It's preventing you. Let's look at the Hangman. What are they trying to make you see from a different angle or sacrifice? Because the Hangman always asks for a sacrifice. Five of Pentacles. So if the past cycle or the source of the lies you bought about yourself, about life, about situations, is based on this energy of abandonment, not enough, lack, being outside of the rest of the world. They don't, that next seed cannot have the Five of Pentacles in it. So you need to release that of, oh, me, I never get anything. Or me, I'm always, I always have to sacrifice. Or I never get any support. Or I'm alone to do everything. As long as that is your belief, of course you cannot be, hey, I'm going to jump in there and do it, because it comes with all sorts of anxiety of, yeah, I want it, but I'm going to be doing it alone, or it won't be received if it's a new project or something like that. If it's a creativity and I'm not completely, if there's abandonment in the Dark Sphinx, I won't go anywhere into what I'm trying to build. 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So I think that as long as you are not restoring balance, justice, there won't be any movement forward. Nine of Wands in reverse, and it came with a little package. All right, that's better. Because it's kind of restoring your house of partnership, your house of balance, allowing Venus to be exalted in there, to kind of get its vision of justice, which is the divine vision of justice. And here you're carrying so much baggage of injustice that prevents you with that baggage to be able to have balanced partnerships. And it's on the whole for that next cycle, because this needs to be readjusted. So you need to not be so guarded against the possible injustice. And you need to truly have faith that here is the Four of Wands, where everything is on the surface. These two people are welcoming you, to celebrate with you, to it's like on the other side of that threshold. And the only way I can really have faith is if I know that I am actually heading on the other side of that threshold and not heading in the same thing as before. They won't let you do it. They will put a pause on everything until you catch that. So it is a hold up for a good reason, and hold up on purpose. I'm gonna call this like that, and it's probably gonna piss you off this month, but the faster you take care of this, the faster the break is gonna be released. So on this, my beautiful Leos, thank you for watching, sharing, and commenting, and please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, of course, there's a description below. You just go there and it's very user-friendly. Thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, on the new moon and full moons, I do a little ceremony to thank you back. And I thank you back right now also, as the universe to give you back in the way that you need for your better path. And on this, I'm going to send you all my love and light. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.